Hey y'all, it's Krista. So, I am here at my home alone. Eric should be home soon, but I have 31 leftover paints, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but you know how you usually only see like half of my table? Well, the other half had all these paints on the other half, and I couldn't take it anymore. So I'm gonna put them all in one pour, and this is gonna be a lesson on how you can make all these 31 colors all work together if you know how to layer them. So instead of me going through and saying, you know, here's this and here's that, I'm just going to tell you what they are as I'm using them. So we're going to start. I'm going to do a straight pour. And of course, all of the colors are mixed with mix. And I will put my email down in the description box so that you know how to get some. All right, so I'm gonna start this, and I've been thinking about this for a few days. I'm gonna start this out with white, and I've got, you know, my big reserve of white. I'm just gonna put a little bit, just a tiny bit of white in there. And then I think I'm going to use of course Bella's gonna play. I'm going to use Utrecht's Brilliant Blue. And I'm gonna put that aside because it's kind of a crazy color, so I'm gonna use it again. And then this is TLP's Frost, and I actually have two of them. So this one is newer than this one, so if I still have this one left over, I'll be okay. So I'm going to use that next, and I think I'm just going to use it up. Okay. Put that in my bucket. And then I think I'm going to put the Amsterdam's Reflex Rose on top of that. And I'll just use that one up. And put that in my bucket too. And then I'll go into, this is a TLP, and it is Pinwheel. Put Pinwheel on top of that. I'll also use that one up too. There's not that much in it. And then I think I'm going to use some gold. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to lock it in, right? So I'm going to add a good chunk of white this time. And then I think I'm going to use the PBO's Red Blue. Yes, Red Blue. I have two of them, so I'm going to use this one first because this one's older than that one, so if I have it left over, it's not going to be the end of the world. So I'll put that down there, and then I think I'm going to put the PBO's Orange Yellow on top of that. And this one's kind of new too. I just used it. And then I'm going to use a TLP Grenache. Let's use that up. That's a pretty color. And put that in the bucket. And then I'll use my Modern Masters Venetian Blue. I'll add all of that. PBO's green yellow. And I had to make all of these the same consistency because some of them were made for swipes and some were made for blooms and some were made, you know, it was just crazy. And I end up doing 2 cups. So, because I want to use these colors up. Let's use, this one's kind of old. This is phthalo green with some golden iridescent pearl fine. I think I'm just going to use that up. And then I'll use, I'll use a sea glass. It's a pretty color. I think I'm just going to end it with the sea glass. I guess my cup wasn't big enough. And I'm starting to think that my canvas isn't going to be big enough to use all these colors. I can't believe I only used gold once. Alright, so I'm going to set this aside. And I'm going to pour a little puddle of gold in the middle. Because you know what? You never know. I may not like this. And I just want to relayer. So I guess we'll see. Let me get some of these out of the way. I have so many more beautiful colors to use. Like, look at this poopy color that works really good next to blue. Okay. These are new, so I'm going to set these aside. And we are going to pour this out. All right, let's go. Twisting, twisting. All right. I did not get 10 on the dismount of that. All right. This is crazy. Look at these colors. All right, we're gonna go again. I'm gonna end up with a ton of paint on my table, but that's all right. So I'm gonna set this back a little bit. This is awesome so far though. So I'm just gonna pour in the same cup. I'm gonna add some white. And I think this time I'm gonna use the Global's Quinacridone Magenta. I'm just going to use it all. Okay. And then I'm going to use the PBO Iridescent Blue Purple, I think is what it is. And I'm going to use all of that. And I think I'm going to use gold again. And then lock it in with a big hunk of white. And you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to use the Quinacridone Nickel Azo Gold, and I'm going to put it all in there. And then I'm going to put blue on top of it. Let's use the Global Metallic Cyan. It's going to go right on top of that. And then, I think I'm going to use this Little Piggy or use that up. And I haven't used this yet. This is PBO's Iridescent Blue Green. I've almost used them all up, y'all. And I have a little bit of copper. I'll just put that in. This is Amsterdam's copper. And this is this Little Piggy's, and it is Twilight? No. Sequins. And we're going to put all of that in. And this is Color Arts Mystical Mauve. Let's put that in. And this is Winsor & Newton's Cadmium Orange Medium. And this Little Piggy's Rose Gold. Okay. You know what? I'll end it with this. This is PBO's Iridescent Green Blue. Put that right on top. Just empty it out. Okay. Set these aside. And anything that was a duplicate or whatever I've used. This is awesome. And I think I'm going to end it with a little bit of white. Just a little bit. All right. Use that as my, you know what? I have a whole bunch of stuff to use as a flow extender, but I don't think I'm going to have to use a flow extender because there's going to be so much paint on this canvas, it's ridiculous. I should have used a 24 by 24. Okay, we're going to go again, right on top of that. Wow, look at that quinacridone magenta coming out. That's awesome. Okay, I want to get a 10 on the dismount on this one because my center is really cool. Loving it, loving it. Okay. Well, excuse my dog. My husband must be home. All right, so we're going to torch it. Jelly Boo. All right, I'm definitely not going to be using a flow extender. Okay, we're going to just start tilting this around because this canvas has a bunch of paint on it. Bella, come see mommy. She's so crazy. Oh, and he's on the phone at that, so. All right, then I'm gonna bring it back. And we're gonna take it down to this corner. You know, I have a funny story about 31. I have a friend that lives in the Austin area. Her name's CJ Romsberger. I just love her. And she says that paints have flavors. So, you know what I thought? This paint needs to be called 31 Flavors, because I put 31 different colors of paint on this one canvas. I'm gonna be tilting this forever, y'all. Let me get you in the get it in the shot for you. All right. I'm gonna bring it back. Bring it down this way. There's so much stuff happening in here. All right. All I'm doing is moving it around for composition purposes right now. Catch that corner while I'm looking at it. You know, CJ is the one that owns my most viewed video piece, and it couldn't be in a better home, I could tell you that. She said she was going to hang it right by her piano, and that makes my heart super happy. Y'all wait until I bring you down. The transparency on this is ridiculous. Trying to just see if I can get some of this paint off the canvas, because there is a bunch on here. I'd like to kind of get rid of that pink corner. I'd rather it be quinacridone magenta than pink. Okay. Turn it around this way and make it come down towards you. All right. This is very cool. And guess what? I don't have to tend any of my corners. I think they're covered. All right. So I'm gonna leave that there, how it is. Take off my gloves. I'm gonna torch it. See what kind of cell action I can get popping up in here. Okay, put the lid on my white, and I'm gonna come and get you. But you gotta see this. You're not gonna believe it. All right, let me come get you. Okay. Look at that. The transparency in this is ridiculous. You know, you probably wondered why I didn't take this corner off, this blue. That's why. It's awesome. I'm hoping I get some cells popping up in it. And that's not brown. It's actually the golds. But for some reason, it's appearing brown. Look at these lines and the transparency. Go up here. Look at that. How awesome is that? And look at this corner. I couldn't tilt that corner off. That corner's awesome. I hope I get a bunch of cells in this quinacridone. Look at right there. See, so you really can use 31 colors in one pour. Look at this center. Super duper cool. I love this right here. And look it up here. I love it, y'all. It's not brown, so when it's dry, it'll be hanging behind me in my next video so that y'all can see that it's going to be a shimmer-tastic piece. But all right, this is how you do 31 flavors. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and I'll see y'all soon. Bye, y'all.